We had to replace them, right?
Yeah.
So when they took them, the old ones out, one of them had like a shard that was left in the bone. And
Oh.
so I had to go to like a
Oh.
surgeon to take it out.
Yeah.
And so he's like shooting me up with painkillers and he's like digging in my fucking thing. Anyway,
Ew.
so they gave me 30 days of was it Percocet? I think it was Percocet.
Probably perks, dude. They probably
They
perked
gave
you
me
out,
30
dude.
days worth of Percocet,
Yeah.
and they said it's like one every 8 hours. I think was I don't
One
remember
every
what the
8. So
prescription was,
what's that?
but I
3 a
didn't.
day.
But my thing was I didn't abuse it. I took
Sure.
one as prescribed
Every
every
8
day,
hours or whatever it
every
was.
8 hours for like 30 days. And when I
Mhm.
ran out of them,
Mhm.
I started thinking about. First of all, I'm not gonna lie. When I was taking them and I would go to work, it was the best antidepressant I'd ever been on.
Well, yeah, because you're fucking high as shit. High as
I
a
didn't
fucking
feel
kite.
high. I just felt like nothing
Normal.
bothered me.
Nothing bothered you. No pain. No
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. It
Sure.
was like,
Yeah.
it was, and I'm not gonna lie, if they could figure out a way to make that into a drug for antidepressant, it would work.
Yeah.
But
Without the
without,
addiction.
without the
Side
addiction.
effects.
So, but then when I ran out of them, dude, I started thinking about like, who do I know could get me more?
For
Like, I
sure.
thought about throwing away my whole military career just over getting some more of something that I hadn't abused.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally broke down. I called my dad. I think I've told you this story before. My dad runs a halfway house. He runs Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous.
Oh, you
for
mentioned yeah.
many
Shout out
years.
to him.
He
Shout
spent
out
a
to
lot.
Pops.
He spent a lot of his time doing drugs. So
Good.
I just
Hey,
sat there
that's the kind. That's who needs to be there.
yeah,
That's who needs to be in those halfway houses because they're not going to take your bullshit excuse.
Yeah.
Or,
So
they know that what you need, man.
I
That's
just
beautiful.
sat there and talked to him.
God bless him.
I called him and talked to him, and me and my dad weren't very close at all. But I didn't know how to deal with what I was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I took 2 days off work and I stayed in my house and I just
go
shook.
look for it, right?
I just fucking shook. I just sat there and just shook for like 2 days straight, and then I was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is I didn't abuse it, and I was addicted. I was totally fucking addicted to it
for sure.
That's
the way it is.
From that moment on, anytime I ever have anything done, I tell him I was like, I can't. Don't give me Percocet. Loratab is the only thing that I ever take, and
a little Vicodin.
And while that works a little bit, I don't feel the same effect as I did on the Percocet.
No, that's a different high. That's a way different high than Percocet.
I
I got knee deep in the perks and caught a mean addiction in the Navy as well, bro. When we were on Westpac and we were my first Westpac. You know, I'm 1920 99. It was 1999. We're pulling into Australia and general quarters.
Sydney.
We pulled into
Perth.
We were going to pull into we pulled into Sydney first. Sydney first, and then Perth after that.
My wife's from Sydney. I've been there. It's beautiful.
Oh, red light district, dude. And everything we heard about
I didn't see that.
Well, I mean, computers were. My division had.
But we've drank too much. We're getting sidetracked. Perks.
Because
we got to go back to the drinking thing. I want to get back to that.
Well, yeah, perks are bad. I caught a bad perk habit and was getting all you can eat perks from the hospital where they would give you
in Sydney.
No. Oh no,
well, that's what you were talking about. You're like,
what happened was that we were pulling into Sydney. General quarters, which is I was explaining to the people that are going to watch this later. General quarters is like a fake simulation of an attack or a fire on a Navy ship underway, and everybody has a position they have to play to put it out if terrorists are taking the ship, whatever the scenario. So I was a you're like a hose guy. So you dress up in the firefighting ensemble like firemen wear. And that was my thing. So every time any time of the day, every other day, they'd be like general quarters, this area, you got to run up and down the ladder well, get to where you're at, put your FFE on or whatever you're doing and get to business. I blew out my knee.
They're like, the fire didn't kill Dusty. His 300 pounds killed Dusty.
I was lean fighting motherfucking machine, kid. I was whooping ass at that age.
What fucking movie is that from where the fucking door ends up killing that guy?
Say it again.
It's not The Hunt for Red October.
The door kills him, like the watertight door?
Yeah, it's the one with fucking
send it to me, dude. The watertight door killing you was like my nightmare when I was on the ship.
No, it's the cook. It kills the cook. It's the fucking. It's not
Under Siege.
No,
Casey Ryback.
it's the one with Denzel.
That's Hunt for Red, ain't it? Hunt for Red? Is he it?
No,
Wait,
he's
not in
not.
Hunt
No, it's
for
the Alabama. Something about the Alabama. Roll Tide.
Huh?
I think it's called Roll Tide, isn't it?
Roll Tide? That's fucking a goddamn football movie. What are you talking about?
No. It's because
Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide. God damn it.
We're basically one brain when it comes to fucking other shit, and that's what's up. That's why I
we
love
each
you.
have half.
That's why I love you. That's why I fucking love you.
It's what he says. He's like, "What's this ship called? The Alabama."
I thought you said Roll Tide, like it was Alabama, the Crimson Tide.
It's the same shit, really. Roll
best,
Tide,
dude.
Crimson Tide.
This is a good time. Thanks for fucking coming on, bro.
No, I appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh, God bless America.
So anyway,
so I blow out my knee.
Yes,
I'm on that. I'm on that bitch the rest of the time because, Anyway, I tore my knee. They don't diagnose it. I just walk with a torn ACL and a MCL, and I just do my duty to, as told to do. But when I do have surgery, when I get back to San Diego, they go, I get an MRI. They go, here's a bunch of Percocet. You're going to have surgery. They take me off the ship. I just start taking, from that day, I took Percocet every day, and they gave me like 6 a day, bro. 6 a day.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I took them all.
And maybe one every 6 hours, which that'd be 4, but
I abused that drug like nobody's business.
I can't imagine what that feels like, because just being on it, not abusing it, feels amazing.
Feels great, and I'm not mad at drug addicts for chasing it.
I absolutely understand. I have a cousin that got addicted to, and I was like, I totally understand.
Bro, I would, in the military, while you're active duty at that time, you have insurance that nobody knows about, TRICARE, if you're active duty, because you don't need it. Like, you're on base, you're getting seen by.
Right.
But they have TRICARE if you're away from a base. You can. Okay, well, I learned that, and I started abusing that, where I would go to my mom's house was like exactly the amount away you had to be from it.
Right. So you could go to someone local.
And I would just show up to a doctor and be like, hey, look at my knee. I'm in the military. This is pre 9/11. It's pre every drug epidemic. And I just go, look at my knee. And they'd go,
and they just give you perks.
What do you want, bro? And like they could write for so many at that time. And we'd go to 2 a day, maybe 1 a day, and at least me and a friend of mine, Art, that was, shout out to fucking Art, dude, that was with me, dude.
I mean, about that too, when you think about it, is you didn't have a lot of people ODing back then either. Not like now.
I don't remember one that
exactly.
I never remember one. I don't, in the military, and I mean, or people I knew. But anyway. Yeah, but that's when I caught the addiction, and I was chasing it, and just
it's a hard one to kick too. And I'm telling,
bro,
and I understand that. I don't understand, because I can't fathom what it's like if you're abusing it, because I took it, like I said, not abusing it, and I almost threw away my career just over trying to find more.
Well, it did lead to me. I abused it so hard, and I was abusing alcohol as well at the time. And it led to me getting. I got kicked out.
Oh shit, dude!
I got kicked. Yeah, I got kicked. I got kicked out. I was getting discharged medically. Like I went to like a medical.
What's your medical discharge? Well, that worked.
Yeah, they were like, you're going to get a medical
for you.
Well, I don't have it. I don't have my benefits yet. I don't have my.
But it could have been like could have been worse. That's what I mean.
I mean, basically the Navy. What happened was my captain is like, when I went to captain's mast, because what happened was I decided.
All right, look, man, I feel like we're going down a dark road, and I want to hear your story, but I don't want you to go down a depressing road.
I'm not. This ain't
because we're drinking, and I don't want to feel like you're depressing yourself. You know what I mean?
I'm not depressing myself.
Okay, all right, good.
It's a funny story.
No, as long as you're cool.
I'm fucking.
Sometimes people get a few drinks in, and then they get sad, and they start telling.
Not at all. I just what happened was that
I'm here for you, bro. You tell any story you want, dude.
I love you, dude. No, I know. I've told this before. If anybody watches this later, they're like, they know on my. I've talked about just
Fuck
about
this,
everything.
man. We're almost into. We're 2.5 hours, and ain't nobody gonna watch this shit.
No. I've talked about this before on my podcast. Back, over time, I've told about every story in my life that I can remember. I've told it to somebody. Anyway, I miss ships moving, dude. If the ship left, I wasn't on it. I was just fucking off, high, drunk.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
I'm high and drunk, and I go back to see my boys that I went to high school with for some reason, which is like 60 miles from where the base is at. I go there, and one of my boys, Brad, is like an amateur pro golfer. I've never golfed. He goes, "Hey, man, let's go golfing." And my dumb, high, drunk ass goes, "Yo, on Coronado, there's a golf course." And he goes, "I never golfed there. You can get me on?" I was like, "Yeah." Meanwhile, my ship's gone. I've been.
We already considered AWOL, so the minute you walk in,
bro,
oh, fuck. Dude.
I'm a fucking fool, bro. I've been on that base for years. I've been on that base for 3 years at least at that time.
They stopped you at the gate?
No, but I get back. It was weird because I got
okay,
on.
that's good.
I got my civilian butt on.
Yeah.
We're there. We're on the golf course. He's showing me golf. But we of course stop by the liquor store, grab like as many beers as we can fit in the beer bag in the golf bag, and we're doing that. And we ran out of beer. I don't want to pay the fee at the golf course. It's too much.
Right, yeah.
So we drive the golf cart off the golf course and I go, "Let's go to the fucking beer store, bro." So we drive that fucking bitch over there, and we're just like, nothing's happening. This is our car. We're using it to go to this pizza place. We're using it to go to the beer store. And we start driving it. At one point, we got open containers in the golf cart out on the base, and the military police goes, like, he just stops and goes, "What the fuck, dude? What are you doing?" And I go,
I bet they had a field
man,
day with that shit.
bro. 2 weeks. I've been gone like 3 weeks at this point. I've been on AWOL, and I got a beard, and I'm like, bro, I kept going. A guy let us on base because he takes us back to the military police area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. Somebody let me on, bro. Somebody let me on. Who is it there, guy? Hey, fucking Barry, dude. Fucking Barry Weiss fucking did it, dude. You know what I mean? It was Barry. And we're just sitting, and I look over at Brad. And Brad's scared, bro. Like,
because he's a civilian, right?
He's a civilian. He's not ready for that.
Right.
Like, he's not ready for that authority over you. Just fucking.
Yeah, people don't understand that. When you try to tell them, like my wife, who's hilarious, she has a degree. She was like, I should have joined the Air Force. I should join the Air Force and go as an officer. I'm like, baby, I live with you. No. I mean, somebody would say something to her, and she would always have to be right, and that would be it. She'd be out.
It's a whole other game, man. To take the abuse, and then also what they're trying to do, the building up, the way they talk to you. It's just the tone, bro.
For me, it wasn't even that. You know what my thing was, and this is why, like, I'm one of those people that was in the military, but I'm not a military person per se.
I could have been.
I had to. I'm ADD, so the way that an ADD brain works is you're always running through checklists all the time. It's the only way to live like a normal life. You're just always running through things. And so from the moment I would wake up, it'd be like, does my hair look right? Does my fucking mustache, is it cut within regs? Is my uniform looking right? And every day, dude, that drove me fucking insane.
Okay.
I would spend like 30% of my time, would be based on just trying to meet regulations that another person only spends 5% of their time or working on. And dude, by the time I had been in 6 years, and then they offered me more money to stay in because of my career field doing, IT related shit. I did for another 6 years, and then you're already fucking 12. You're like, I might as well stay till retirement. And my dad actually talked me into staying in retirement because I was like, God, I could get out and do something else. Anyway, but people don't understand what that everyday scrutiny
Yeah.
and people
Oh.
have authority over you.
Oh.
And for me,
Oh.
it was the fear of
Sure.
always being kicked out because they're like, I'll give you a dishonorable discharge and fucking McDonald's won't even hire you. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I couldn't even get a job at McDonald's. And then you
Oh.
realize, I didn't realize it till like till it's too late, till I was already going to retire. It's like, they're full of fucking shit. They can give me a dishonorable discharge, but it kind of turns into a general in like 6 months and people will hire me. But it's not easy. Don't get me wrong. But
Well, when you're
still,
looking
dude, that
down the face of
fucking
a
fear.
gun, I
Yeah.
mean, in the not literal sense,
But yeah, but
when you're in it,
just always
when you're in the
overbearing,
mix,
hovering over you.
yeah, when you're in the mix, bro. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not going, "Fuck you, chief. Fuck
Yeah.
you,
And the Air
lieutenant."
Force is way different than every other military in the fact that other military, like Navy people, can act up a little bit, and it's kind of part of the whatever. And the Army guys, they can act up a little bit, and be like rowdy. Air
Mm.
Force guys, you step out of line once, and somebody will have your fucking number. It was weird. That's why I say if I could go back and do it again, I would definitely do it.
I would have done the Marines, bro.
Nah,
I
you know
would have.
what?
I would have.
Two jobs
I don't
ago,
want
I
to.
worked on a Marine base.
I didn't want to kill anybody. That was my whole thing. Was like, I don't want to kill anybody, so I'll join the Navy. That's what I was like,
Nah,
I'm not going to be a SEAL. I don't want to kill anybody
uh,
unless it needs to happen. Like, I don't really, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not.
I had like a conscience at that time.
I don't think I'm crazy enough to be a Marine.
I mean, I would have I know I would have been fine, and I probably would have. I would have been fine. I'd have been fine. Like
I'd have gotten in trouble. There's just
I would have
because,
gotten in
like
trouble
I
either
said,
way.
that 30% of doing whatever in the Air Force wouldn't hack it in the Marines.
I would have I always got in trouble. It was just,
Yeah,
are the people above me gonna be like, Dusty's a good dude? Like he just
yeah.
needs, he's working some shit out. How much
So you
rope
can't do
are
that in
we
the
gonna
Air
give
Force.
him?
That's what I'm saying. Like other services, they cut you a little leeway. They'll be like, "That's just Dusty. He's just cutting up, man. He's just drinking. He's a little
Dog,
underage. It ain't no thing."
I still had people come to my court martial and be like,
You
Dusty's
had
the
a
man.
court martial?
Dusty's the man. He does what I tell him. This guy's
Yeah,
on his shit. This guy's a fucking, you know what I mean? He can make a
yeah.
good, he'll make a good leader. He's fucked up. He's fucked up right now, And my mom was giving me, I had a mom that was a full-blown manipulator, lying, God rest her soul, drug addict that was always manipulating me to the point of no extent. And I didn't know that until I got older, that she was manipulating, how women, people in general do, parents can do, drug addicts do.
Yeah.
And I was being manipulated to think that my mom was dying and needed my fucking
Dude,
liver, bro.
that's fucking the worst.
So I constantly thought my mom needed me when she didn't at all. And so I constantly had a reason in my mind that was 1000%, but I believed it, that my mom was going to die if I didn't fucking help her
we
with
should get
her liver.
we should do this another night, and I'll tell you all the stories about my ex-wife, dude. 'Cause she is the worst.
Manipulation's a motherfucker, bro. And I got
Dude, she
manipulated
gaslighted me
hard.
for years. Like she's the reason that I have these constant problems where I think about my memory going bad is because she would tell me that I said things that I didn't say, but it took me years to figure that shit out. Anyway, I want to roll it back. I'm still on task with this. Drinking evolution, because every man should have a talk with another man about like how they started their drinking life. I think so because I had mine was very unique in that I got stationed overseas when I was 19. And I never really drank before I was in the military. So I literally had to catch up in a fast way. So I like to hear other people's drinking evolution. So we started with 40s, and then we
40s,
moved to
Cisco.
We moved to drinking at parties,
At
whatever.
parties.
But then you said when you joined
the military,
military.
went to Cisco and in my mind, I was making a check. I wanted to save money for a car. So that was every day I give myself $5, bro. $5 to do
To
what I wanted.
drink?
Well, no, that's what I paid myself.
Yeah.
As a whole, I gave myself $5 because I go, Dusty, you got to get a car. Nobody else has got it. Your mom ain't gonna do nothing.
So that's what you gave yourself to live off of,
I gave myself. I
as far
could
as
eat
food and
off the base because you could eat on the base. Everything was on the ship. They fed us good.
Right. You had a chow hall.
I wasn't this
So you
guy
had to
that
pay.
I never complained about the Navy's food, dude. It was
Right.
always bomb. They had great food, crab legs, steak once a week. I mean, great food. I mean, wildly
Dude, I
great
still
food.
eat shit on a shingle to this day. I love
Dude,
that
to this
stuff.
day, I love rice with every meal. They had 70 different rices.
Yeah.
And my kids got sick of it. I was just making rice constantly.
My
But
girls love it because I haven't made it in a while, but every time I make shit on a shingle, they love it. And I'm like, it's such a simple recipe.
So I gave myself $5. There was a Burger King about the closest store was a liquor store. The closest other fast food was a Burger
You
King.
can't drink and eat for $5. You can eat for $5,
Bro. In 1998, you could with $5 you get they had double cheeseburgers for 99 cents, Whoppers for 99 cents.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd eat a Whopper or a double. They get like
Whopper
two of them.
Junior for 99 cents. I
dude.
used to work at Burger King, as a matter of fact, probably in like 94, 93. So
I'd get one of those and then get a Cisco. And then if I really wanted to, I get the big Cisco, which is like knock a wigga out.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucked up, dude. And then I had a drinking buddy that was with me, Mike from Riverside, kind of roughly the same area. I didn't know.
Good thing you
before.
never figured out that Nex would have that military special.
Oh, bro. Well, we wanted to be off base, so that was like our thing. We'd get off the ship.
You were underage. Sorry.
We were underage, so we had to get off. We got off the base. He wasn't 21 yet either. He turned 21 like a year before me. But we'd go there. We'd go find somebody to get us. I had the fake ID, so I'd get the Cisco, and then drink that. Go back to the boat. That's it. Rinse, repeat, dude.
So when did you go from Cisco to Captain Morgan and Co?
Oh man, it probably would have been then when I got out the military. That
was after you got out of the military.
Yeah,
so Cisco was sort of your drink of choice.
Cisco was. It was so cheap. It was all about cheap and saving money. It was just a money saving thing.
Lady Thunder.
I didn't. Yeah, I mean Thunder. That Thunder shit. That Lady Wild Irish Rose. All that like cheap vino crackhead liquor I drank. And Mad Dog 2020, dude.
Mad Dog 2020.
Bro,
that's a rough drink, but it's
$1.99. I was drinking it all day. I'd get fucked up in minutes, and then that was it. That was the night. And then I got out.
What was that? Damn it! Hold on.
I moved and started my life.
They made that was like high class Mad Dog. That bitches used to drink all the time.
Well, you had Boone's.
Boone's. That's what it was. Boone's.
And then
Strawberry Hill.
Then you had Thunderbird. That was like
Thunderbird, yeah.
Rough ass shit.
Boone's, yeah. That was girls were like, oh, Boone's.
Yeah, you get bitches panties west with that. That was like high school shit. Fucking terrible. But I'll still see it around this neighborhood that I'm in now.
Oh, I'm sure they still sell Boone's.